Good evening, welcome to ITV News London. The headlines tonight. As pressure grows on Nigel Farage, one former black schoolmate claims the Reform leader told him that's the way back to Africa. Also ahead, after the Bondi attack, the Met promises to crack down on pro-Palestine marches here. Roman Abramovich is told to hurry up and donate billions from the sale of Chelsea to Ukraine. Be kind and be brave, the determination and spirit that won over the director of Bend It Like Beckham. And...
Ho, ho, ho!
I found Santa! We're in his sleigh, but guess where we've landed? This is your clue.
Good evening. The Prime Minister joined those calling on Nigel Farage to apologise today after 26 of his former schoolmates accused him of failing to take responsibility for allegations of past racism and anti-Semitism. The leader of Reform has been accused of bullying Jewish, black and Asian pupils at Dulwich College. Among them is Yinka Bankole. Speaking exclusively to ITV News London, he said the Clacton MP needs to acknowledge his actions. He's been speaking to Kafo Pata.
To be able to do that. And I have this feeling that he had this rage inside him, seeing this black boy.
Yinka Bankole attended the prestigious Dulwich College for 1 year. And although it was 45 years ago, there is one memory and one man he can never forget.
This is when Nigel Farage, just en route, would see me and walk over to me with this real look of hatred in his eyes to tell me, where are you from? And not even giving you a chance to answer, will tell you that's the way back to Africa, pointing.
He told you that's the way back to Africa?
Yeah.
He was only 9 years old when this happened, Farage around 17. In recent weeks, former students have spoken out about the anti-Semitism they say they experienced from Nigel Farage.
He would come up to me and say, Hitler was right.
Yinka, however, is the first student with allegations of anti-black racism.
You were all very young when this happened. You were 9 or 10. How can you be sure you remembered it correctly?
The walk was, you know, even before the Reform Party was formed, many years ago, I saw him on TV and I just saw that walk. Because that's the one thing that stands out. You're small, he's big. A tall person is walking in your direction. When it happens more times, then you start to remember the walk even more. The pace, the style. You know, that's it. And so when I saw that on TV, the same walk, it just triggered it. And I wasn't even going to come out.
Yeah, why have you chosen now to speak out?
It's particularly annoying when someone's saying, I did not deliberately insult anyone.
The denials he's referring to are ones like this.
Have I directly been racist towards people? No, never.
And more recently, this.
Your channel, at the same time that I'm accused of saying this, which I deny in any malicious or nasty way.
Accusations that recollections like Yinka's are politically motivated.
And what do you make of the accusation that you coming out is all politically motivated?
No, there's nothing to do with politics. But it is to do with me making sure victims are heard. For me, I've done my bit. I'm a victim who's been given a voice. Thank you to ITN. But, you know, I don't know what he's going to do.
Yinka is now a co-signatory in an open letter to Nigel Farage.
Dear Nigel Farage,
for the first time, these former Dulwich pupils have gathered together in the same room, calling for two things: an apology and acknowledgements.
So, Kath, what do Yinka and the other people signing that letter want?
Well, Yasmin, this year's letter, all 3 pages of it, signed by former pupils and teachers. In it, they're calling for Farage to recognise that these events happened, apologise, and renounce the racist, anti-Semitic and fascist views he expressed at Dulwich. Farage has had a preview of this letter. He responded saying, well, via party spokesperson, saying that this is an attempt to discredit Reform and Farage. They called it a witch hunt, a smear campaign by the left-wing media. Instead, we should focus, they said, on Reform's policies. The Prime Minister, like he also said, has responded and called for Farage to apologise.
OK, Kath, thank you. Next, the Met is promising to be more assertive in the face of rising anti-Semitism. Among new measures, protesters chanting "Globalise the Intifada" will now be arrested. It's a slogan commonly heard and seen at pro-Palestine marches around the city. Today's announcement comes after the Bondi Beach terror attack. Alongside the Chief Constable of Manchester Police, Sir Mark Rowley said that words have meaning and consequence. Graham Stothard reports.
For the past 2 years in central London, there have been regular pro-Palestine marches. Where some of the slogans chanted have had their meanings disputed, there's no doubt they've made some Jewish Londoners uncomfortable, even scared.
We know communities are concerned about placards and chants such as "Globalise the Intifada", and those using it at future protests or in a targeted way should expect the Met or Greater Manchester Police to take immediate action. We will act decisively. We will make arrests.
It comes 2.5 months after the Heaton Park synagogue attack, which saw 2 people killed, and just days after a brutal anti-Semitic shooting in Australia, which claimed 15 lives. Among them, London-born Rabbi Eli Schlanger, whose funeral was held today. In light of these deaths, for some, the police announcement comes too late.
People calling to globalise the Intifada are calling for Jews to be killed here. And that should certainly not be allowed. But just last night, people marching down Oxford Street, chanting about Zionists, marching through Christmas shoppers, shouting "Death, death to the IDF." What happens to them? They're not affected under this policy.
There are opposing concerns, though it's a crackdown on legitimate protest.
It is a new low in the repression of protest in support of Palestinian rights in this country. And another example of the attempt to do that by conflating legitimate support for the rights of the Palestinian people with hatred of the Jewish people.
In the past days, despite recent attacks, Hanukkah celebrations have been taking place in Trafalgar Square. The giant menorah, a symbol of light, at a dark moment for Jewish communities. Graham Stothard, ITV News.
Roman Abramovich has been warned that the clock is ticking to donate the proceeds of the sale of Chelsea Football Club to the victims of the war in Ukraine. The Prime Minister said the club's former owner needs to hand over billions of pounds. Our political correspondent Simon Harris is at Stamford Bridge. And Simon, first, can you just remind us how the government and Mr Abramovich arrived at this standoff?
Yes, Yasmin, Roman Abramovich is the billionaire Russian superfan who paid £140 million for Chelsea in 2003. But when Russia invaded Ukraine, he was sanctioned and forced to sell. The new owners bought the club for £4.25 billion. Abramovich's proceeds were frozen and he agreed to donate the money to victims of the war. But that hasn't happened. It's understood that the Russian believes some of the money should go to Russians affected by the conflict. But today, ministers decided enough was enough.
Need help and support in Ukraine. We know that there are children who haven't had school for many months or even years, have not had proper schooling. We know that there are health and care services that are needed and support for families who've lost their homes or been displaced. That was the promise that was made, that this money would go to humanitarian support in Ukraine. That's where it needs to be.
So what happens now? Well, the government has issued a licence to allow £2.5 billion to be transferred to a new foundation for humanitarian causes in Ukraine. Ministers are still hoping that Abramovich will comply voluntarily and transfer the funds himself. But if he doesn't, he'll be taken to court. What we don't know at the moment is the timetable for this, but the Liberal Democrats tonight are demanding the government should set a deadline of 2 weeks today.
OK, Simon, thank you very much. The winter pressures on the NHS have gone up a level today. Flu season is at its peak, with patients being treated in corridors. Well, now doctors across London have walked out.
What do we want? Pay restoration. How are we going to get it? Strike. What do we want? Pay restoration. When do we want it? Now. What do we want?
Well, they're striking for 5 days in a dispute over pay and progression. This is the picket line outside St Thomas's. We were also at UCL earlier, and this is what people there made of the strikes.
It does put a lot of pressure on patients, etc., but I think they're entitled to make a point to government, and government should be listening.
It's not the best thing to hear, obviously, for some patients, but if it helps them earn more money, because obviously with how much work they do and how many hours they do and how much little pay.
As a worker in the NHS, in the resection service, it's too much pressure for us as well, and at the end, everyone is waiting hours and hours more than a normal.
Well, joining me now is NHS London's Chief Nurse, Karen Bonner. Karen, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Flu is obviously really bad at the moment. Do you think hospitals can cope with the strikes added on top of that?
So we've worked really hard to protect the services of the NHS to ensure that they're there for people over the next few days during this strike action. So
yeah, so people shouldn't be... How concerned should people be?
Well, I think it's important that we ask the public to do their bit about staying away if they're unwell and seeking and using the services responsibly. So contacting 111 if they're unclear and using their local pharmacy and their GP practice as well. So there are other alternatives.
Are you disappointed that these strikes have gone ahead?
Well, I know it's usually disappointing for lots of people and the public in particular, and we know that obviously other colleagues are having to do extra work to support, but we've done our best to try and keep services running for all of those people to access, so we urge people to attend unless they're told otherwise.
OK. We've obviously talked a lot about how bad flu is so early in the year, actually, isn't it? It's got record levels we've been hearing. What are you seeing this week? Can you kind of bring us up to date with the situation?
Yeah, so we are seeing an increase, about 50% increase on previous, and it's record high. We know that it's particularly virulent this year, and we're seeing about 2,000 beds being occupied, about 380 people a day turning up with flu-like symptoms to either A&E to other services.
OK, so it's pretty bad situation. We're being told to get vaccinated, aren't we, before Christmas? Are there enough vaccines around? I mean, anecdotally, we're hearing people going into pharmacies and being turned away.
There are enough vaccines. I mean, there may be some sites that are popular than others, so I just say to people, if you can't get it somewhere, you will get it somewhere else. There's plenty of vaccine out there. We will urge people to come forward who are eligible to get their vaccination. It's the one thing the public can do to protect themselves during this period.
OK, so if you're having trouble, then keep trying, is the message.
Absolutely.
OK, Karen Bonner, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
OK, still to come on the programme.
All along the Thames tonight, and you might find a rather unexpected visitor. Take it away, Santa. I'll explain all very soon.
But first, how a boy's hobby to help cope with his ill health has taken him all the way to the big screen. Freddie Marshall Ellis's parents enrolled him in drama classes to help with his communication skills. The 13-year-old has a genetic condition which has meant that years of care at Evelina Children's Hospital. Now with his big screen debut, for the director of Bend It Like Beckham no less, there was only one place for a special showing. Here's Rags Martell.
God bless my doctors, the NHS, my friends and family. God bless everyone.
A movie star's scene-stealing performance. But Freddie Marshall Ellis is also an NHS patient with a genetic condition.
It's called NF1, known as neurofibromatosis type 1, and it's a genetical disorder which is quite rare and only a few people get it.
Change yourself. The film's a modern retelling of A Christmas Carol, with Freddie, who spent all his life in and out of hospitals, thanking the NHS in his role as Tiny Tim.
It felt like actually true to me because I've been to the NHS a lot, and it was actually like me thanking them, thanking every hospital in the world that gave me the support with the NHS.
Tell me what you thought was the best thing about being on set. Because you used to get tired a lot, didn't you?
Gurinder Chadha cast Freddie after seeing him on the West End stage.
I just thought it was brilliant that we would be able to cast someone who was dealing with an illness, but at the same time wasn't stopping him from living a full life. So his audition was blinding, came in, stole the show. Every scene he's in, he's amazing. And I hope we can shine a light on this terrible condition. But Freddie's a great example of how you can really live a full life. No more football!
Perhaps best known for directing Bend It Like Beckham, Gurinder reveals she's considering writing a sequel.
because when I tried to make the film, I couldn't even get arrested. Everyone thought it was a big joke, the idea of making a film about girls and football. So for me, it feels wonderful to have been part of history, but now I feel that people love that film so much that it's time to go back and investigate what really is going on now with all the characters.
It's crazy there's a cinema here.
Freddie's showing his new film to fellow patients at this screen inside Guy's Hospital, run by the charity Medicinema.
I'm showing them, don't let their sickness or disability get in the way or anything, and let them do what they love.
It's great for all his nurses and everyone as well to see him shine on the big screen and at the same time bring some Christmas joy.
Christmas Karma is in cinemas and streaming now. Greg Martel, ITV News.
Next tonight, it's a marker of someone who knows London so well they can have a good chat while flexing their mastery of the roads. We are, of course, talking about the knowledge, the test taken by licensed taxi drivers. This year, it's 160 years old, and perhaps surprisingly, applications are actually up, proving that it's both never too late to do it and that it's still got a future. Let's speak to the oldest applicant to pass this year and the youngest, Peter Laszlo and Connor Dill. Welcome to you both. Thank you both so much for coming in. I trust you found us okay.
Yes, just about.
Do you know what, guys? This has got like such a sense of mystique that I almost feel like I'm speaking to two legendary mythical creatures here.
I know, a little bit. It is strange, but it's good. It's good to know it.
Yeah? You're well proud that you did this?
Very proud.
Yeah.
What about you, Peter?
Yeah, it's very testing.
Yes.
And I'm glad that I managed to do it.
Was it your first attempt?
Yeah, I've never done it before. So I was thinking of doing it at retirement age, at 65. And one of the main reasons is that I wanted to keep fit and I wanted to exercise my brain.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, I'm going to do the knowledge. And I must say, I've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I did it on a bicycle.
So you did it you cycled around, so you did it in a very physical way.
Yeah, I wanted to keep fit physically and mentally.
And how do you do this? Because we've got some pictures, I think we'll probably show you now, of people that kind of ordnance survey maps and they're going, like they're kind of tracing it with markers. Is this how you still do it?
That's the one.
It is.
With a bit of string on the map from one place to another.
Really?
That's how it's done. All exams, you do 56 days, then 28s and 21s, and they get more difficult throughout them.
Wow, so there's no kind of more high-tech way that they've brought in to do it than this?
I think it's the best way to do it, though. I think the old ways are the best ways to do it and to keep it.
Connor, you're so young, you haven't actually officially.
I know, I passed on the 2nd of September, I got my rec, and I'm still waiting to get there. I've got another month and a half. I'm hopefully get my badge on my birthday, on the 29th of January.
OK, so not long to go, so you're raring to go.
Yeah, that's it, we'll just wait.
People might be surprised. I mean, we live in a time of GPS, we live in a time of smartphones, and this feels like actually quite a good old-fashioned kind of skill to have, but more people are applying than ever.
It's another thing, I'm proud to have it as well. It's the best job in the world. There's no other job where you've got a corner view of the best city in the world and your work's there 24/7. There's not many jobs like it.
Yeah.
And I get the same, why didn't you just join Uber? Why don't you use Google Maps? You see, a lot of cab drivers use Google Maps. That's just to see where the traffic is.
Yeah.
So then I know how to avoid it.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. Listen, I'm going to do something to you that probably every single person does to you, so I apologise in advance, but a little test, as if you haven't been tested enough. Who wants to take this one on?
I'll pass over to you, Peter.
Oh, no!
I'm the old brain. I'm the old brain. You give it to the young man.
OK, right, Connor. And we'll check if Peter agrees with you. So we had our Christmas party recently. That was on Lloyd Baker Street, not far from where we are right now. Yeah, that sounds about right. I, shall we say, had a couple too many mince pies. I needed a taxi over to King's Cross, not very far. How would you do it?
So I'd leave by turning left into King's Cross Road, right Acton Street, I think I still catch it, right Gray's Inn Road, forward into Euston Road, and going to King's Cross. So it's right into Pancras Road, it's on your right-hand side.
Blimey, is he right?
I believe so.
I mean, I don't know.
It sounds right.
I'm testing you, but I don't know what the answer is.
It sounds right.
It sounds very impressive. It sounds pretty good.
I mean, there's so many roads closed over there. There's just one way of getting out. It's not easy.
So do you know all of the closed roads as well in your brain?
We have to know, But of course we do forget. That's why we fail at the exams. You know, I took 5 years to pass, and I had many failures. But once you become a taxi driver, you can't fail.
Yeah.
You know, because the customer expects you to take them from A to B perfectly.
Well, listen, I think it's a real badge of honour, isn't it? And very amazing. Thank you both so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, well, Father Christmas checks his sleigh is skyworthy. Closer to home, there's some gift-giving that requires more rudder than reindeer. Sally's on the Thames at Hampton Court Bridge. Sally, what's going on?
I am indeed actually about to go on the Thames, thank you Sasha, to meet Sasha. Now, tell us what you're doing this Christmas, Sasha.
We have a Santa sleigh boat.
And you're bringing some festive cheer, aren't you? Now, Sasha lives in an island just over there, and you've got an Instagram page because you talk about it, don't you? What's it called?
Instagram and TikTok on London Island Living.
Okay, so you can follow her there, and on there you can find not this boat, but come with me here. This boat, which has been turned into Santa's sleigh. Take it away, Santa! Santa is, as the kids would say, slaying it. Right, give me your hand. Oh, on we go. Now, Santa, tell me what you're up to.
We're spreading Christmas cheer.
And how are you doing it?
We're handing out presents to families on the banks of the River Thames.
That is so lovely. And we found someone earlier who was very keen for a present. Here is young Elliot receiving his gift. Were you expecting to see Father Christmas here tonight?
I was not, no. I was just on my way home and I spotted you. I thought I'd come down and get a photo for my son. And you've offered me gifts. Yeah. Here's a present for your son. Oh, thank you very much. And a present for yourself. This. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I guess what this might be. Yeah, lucky man. Enjoy. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you.
Now, Sasha, you're raising money by giving out these presents, aren't you? Who are you raising money for?
Teenage Cancer Trust.
Okay, that's something close to your heart.
Yeah.
But the impressive thing about you, Sasha, is that you built this sleigh. Has she done a good job?
She does indeed. Yes, very good job.
How long did it take you to build it?
Weeks and weeks. We've got plastic, this is hose pipe and wood, but it needs to be as light as possible to be able to fit on the boat and still be able to use the boat.
And this is the boat that usually takes you across from the shore to your island and back again.
Yeah. So she had to be safe, she had to be secure, but she's done a good job, so.
She really has. I mean, to be honest, you could have plopped her on and it could have been a nightmare.
Yeah, we didn't know if she was actually going to fit or not, and that's a bit of a problem if you don't have a boat when you live on an island with no bridge.
Oh my goodness. Well, look, Santa, you've taken them to the Thames now. How does it compare to the North Pole?
Oh, it's difficult. The waves on the river make it difficult for the reindeer to navigate. It's much more easier in the air.
It looks like you could pick up a few swan to take your old sleigh from now on.
They're looking to audition to take the sleigh.
Prefer here or the North Pole? Which one is it?
The North Pole. The North Pole's homely.
Oh, Santa, we thought you were going to say the Thames. Maybe next year. Give us your ho, ho, ho one more time.
Ho, ho, ho.
Apparently that rings out very nicely under the bridges. If you want a gift from them, come on down to the Thames over the next few days. But for now, let's take a look what the weather's doing. Here we go.
Come rain or shine, Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
Hello again. I hope you had a super day. A chilly old start, wasn't it? Poor little Willow here, although she looks happy enough. Now, we have got some rain heading in overnight tonight and then further heavy bursts of rain tomorrow, quite strong winds at times as well, but it is looking drier and brighter for Friday. Let me show you the pressure chart and you can see what's going on. Bit messy as we go into tomorrow, but for Friday we get that respite. Into Saturday, it looks like most of the day will be dry and any rain won't come through until later. Sunday's then a bit more changeable, but for next week it's looking like things currently will settle down, so we will of course keep an eye on that and keep you posted. As for the detail, let's take a look then. So as we go through this evening, patchy rain starts to come in from the west, and then overnight we get a heavier band of rain, quite blustery winds as well. The bulk of that should have cleared away by tomorrow morning. There might still be some residual rain though. Temperatures not as chilly overnight. We're still staying around the mid single figures, maybe even a little bit higher. So as we go into tomorrow, there might be some murkiness on the hills, the best of any dryness first thing, and then you can see that rain joining us. And we have got a yellow warning for the south and west of Greater London because there could be some quite heavy bursts coming through which could leave surface water on the roads and so on, maybe a bit of local flooding. So just watch out for that. Those strong gusty winds as well coming with it. So not particularly pleasant at times. Temperatures though, little bit milder, highs of 11 to 12 degrees. Into the evening, if you are heading out, keep that umbrella because there is still some further rain to come through, but eventually it all clears off out of the way and we should see that sunshine on Friday. Very welcome it will be too, and Saturday's not looking too bad either. That's it from me, Sasha and Matt, Father Christmas and half the Thames ducks. We'll see you later on. Cheerio.
Octopus Energy sponsors ITV London weekday weather.
And finally, with just over a week to go until Christmas, we are well and truly in the spirit here in the office, and so is anyone, it seems, visiting central London. Oxford Street's Christmas lights are world-renowned and thousands come to get a glimpse every year. We went to see them sparkle and find out what makes the display so special. The evening news with Mary follows, but from all of us on the London team, good night.
Oh, they're so pretty. Where I'm from, they don't really do Christmas lights like this, so it's just so magical.
Oh, it's the best. We haven't stopped filming.
Yeah.
We've got 3 cameras and they're pretty much all full because of the Christmas lights.
Yeah,
yeah.
So good.
In Australia, it's 45 degrees at Christmas, but here it's proper Christmas. It's cold.
It feels like Christmas.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's been good.
The best.
Yeah.
It's beautiful actually. We wanted to visit London during Christmas.
In India, we've been watching the Christmas lights, but at a small scale, and we've always dreamed of coming to London and watch its Christmas lights, the Instagram famous Christmas lights.
The fact that every area does have its own quite unique lights. So, you know, we've moved from these different areas today, and every area has such a fantastic range of lights. They're beautiful, but they've all got their own identity, and that's nice just to see. It's like going around an exhibition but outdoors.
Oxford Circus Station, it's really lovely to see because there are all like this lights and decoration outside. People from all around the world come here and actually get to know people. You see people from different countries, and you maybe sometimes see here and there people from your own country.
Just a case of reliving our childhood in a way.
I mean, we like the windows.
Especially Selfridges.
We've hung on later so that we can see them in the dark. Makes it more special.
Love it. It's spectacular.
Oh, I just think it's the whole aura of it all and the crowds. That's what makes it so festive and beautiful, and, you know, people are... Yeah, it's lovely.
My husband and I moved from Honolulu to Torquay last year, and we're up to London to see the lights.
Honestly, we are enjoying everything here, and mostly every year we are coming on December because of these things. We like how they care about the street and the decorations.
Really, really lovely. Always enjoy being in the West End at this time of year.
I think everything looks great. It's great to see people out.
I think they look really, really pretty. Like, they're just like one of the few things that really lifts up your spirits when you go out. I think there's a lot that goes on in the year, and it's like during Christmas time, it's kind of like none of that really matters and everyone just gets together, and it's just a really nice and wholesome vibe.